Hello, 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 welcome to Firearms of America, and today, as you guys can see, we have another pair of Danair boots, and this time, this is Danair Skyridge hiking boots. And if you don't have time to watch the whole review, let me tell you, I do really like these boots. They are great pretty much in every way. But because this is specifically an ultimate survival boot review, we are reviewing boots for your ultimate survival situation, basically talking about something bad happening, war, disaster, catastrophe, whatever, and this was your last pair of boots. Would this be a good boot? This is what we are reviewing for. Let me tell you, this boot has one very big advantage whenever it comes to your survival boots. It is really something that we usually do not talk about. The looks. Look at this boot. You can wear it to work without any problems. Looking very nice. Kind of hipster-like. Just get yourself a beard, Apple laptop, and you can sit in a Starbucks all day. I don't know. But they do look very everyday-like. You can wear them to the grocery shop without taking too much attention. You can wear them to your friend's party, to your office, whatever. You can wear them pretty much anywhere. They don't look anything conspicuous, kind of like a tactical boot or a straightforward hiking boot, kind of like Salomon boots. You know, they all have that look to them, which if you wear to a grocery shop, you might look a little bit weird. You know, this is not the case, and I think this is a very big advantage whenever it comes to ultimate survival boots. Why? Because you can wear it everywhere, and the boot that you can wear everywhere and the boot that you wear the most often is probably going to be the boot that you end up with, if that's a boot. Because if you were wearing sneakers every day, all day to your work and whatever, you know, survival situations, you don't normally prepare for them, but they're always unexpected. You know, so something that you can wear all the time is going to be the winner, and this can very well be the winner. So again, a brief overview. I do love these boots. They do run true to the size. Everything is great about them. If you're looking at them, get them. You're not going to regret them. But if you do have time, 10-15 minutes to watch the whole review, let's get straight into it. So, criteria number one that we judge our boots for our ultimate survival boot section is the comfort level. Now, in order to test the comfort level, I do a 3-mile run and then a 5-mile walk without taking the boots off. The total wear time is about 8 hours. So I wear them for a whole day, kind of like a full day at work. Let me tell you, these boots are very comfortable. I absolutely love the comfort level on these boots. Here are a few factors that contribute to that comfort. Lightness. These boots are definitely on the light side. Another factor that I do like about these boots that makes them really comfortable is the flexibility of the bottom sole. As you can see, really doesn't take any effort. So especially whenever you're running, it is really easy to run in them properly without putting too much stress on your ankles, without putting too much stress on your knees. Very easy to run in this boot because they're light, because the bottom sole is flexible. Then there is also the inner sole, which I really like, and a lot of boots have good inner sole. For example, Salomon, they have OrthoLite, great inner sole, but not a lot of boots have the special padding for your heel, which helps a lot whenever it comes to running, because if you're not running properly, you are putting that impact directly to your heel, which transfer it to your ankles, which transfer it to your knees. Here you have that very nice extra padding, and I absolutely love that. So even if you're tired during the run and you need to kind of, you know, give a break a little bit to your calves and run using your heel, you can definitely do that without putting too much impact because of that extra padding, and I really like that. great inner sole. Excellent job done there. So on the comfort level of these boots, I can give these boots a very solid 9 out of 10. They are very comfortable. The only reason why I didn't give a 10 out of 10 is because there is some spacing here, so it's kind of a free, like a wobbly type of feel. It will be soled with some thicker socks if you're wearing. Not really something that will impact the comfort level because the material, you know, the top is very soft, so it's not like your toe is hitting something hard on top of here. But nevertheless, if they were a little bit more tighter around the foot, would have been even better. Anyway, done with the comfort level, let's move on to the criteria number 2, which is proofing and protection. So, protection wise, there isn't really much, as you can imagine, because you get that lightness, you trade off some protection. For example, there is nothing toe is not reinforced, although there is some extra leather piece design going here, giving you a little bit of extra. And yes, this is 100% leather that is used on this boot, well, except this part, of course. So leather is definitely more durable and gives you more protection, but not much. Still, you know, your ankles are open here. There is really not much of a reinforcement of the heel. There is a little bit, but not anything sufficient. Now, whenever it comes to the bottom sole, there is a little bit more protection because this rubber here is very, very hard. So running through sharp rocks, you know, rocky road, it was perfectly fine. Also, I do like this part here and here and here on the toe. That gives you a little bit of extra, not much, but still kind of nice. But we will talk more about it in the bottom sole criterion. So, proofing wise, these boots are waterproof. Yes, as you can see, the tongue here is gusseted and it's about 4 inches high of the bottom sole. So if you're stepping in a 4 inches deep creek, yes, you will be nice and dry. Let's talk about the next criterion number 3, which is the quality and the design features. Quality wise, Danair boots are always on top of the quality, always doing great whenever it comes to quality. I have reviewed many Danair boots on this channel and I've never had any quality issues with those. These as well, and you can judge by the Amazon reviews. I have included the link in the description below. More than 120 reviews and almost 5 stars. That's some really great rating that these boots have on Amazon. Design features, I really do like the open hooks that are here. I do like that this one is on a different level than this one. It gives you that extra, whenever you are lacing, it gives you that extra hold to make it easier to break the lacing into 2 parts and kind of give you a different tension here and then different tension on top of here. Very helpful, especially, you know, if you're a hiker, if you're doing some hiking more or less serious, you do know whenever you're going up and down the hill and you need to quickly release the tension, definitely helps in that department. Really cool thing whenever it comes to lacing, you probably already noticed, they do come with 2 sets. How hipster is that, right? They do come with 2 sets of laces, so if you don't like this color, if you don't like 2 black, you can do 2 orange. Yes, pretty cool. All right, worth mentioning. Features wise, again, the hardware here is metal, so if you don't like the plastic hardware, nothing to worry about here because it is metal. Really not much else to say about anything else. So with that being said, let's move on to the criteria number 4, which is the outsole, traction and stability. Let's talk about that outsole. This is another area where I am really impressed. I really like this outsole. It has a perfect balance of flatness and aggression. So all the terrains that I have tested these boots on, and I tested it on tarmac, older asphalt, wet grass, trail surface, kind of like a dry leaves, sticks, all that sort of stuff. I tested it on the sand, like a beach sand, and some dry sand, some wet sand. I tested it on the rocky road. These boots, they perform excellent on all of these surfaces. Also, I tested them on the tile. So flat, shiny surfaces, slippery surfaces, they perform great as well because there is enough flatness to keep you in place, to give you that good traction on the flat surfaces. I really like this bottom sole. Also, I do like these ridges here, these grooves on the side, in case if you're climbing, you know, a rope or a tree, whatever. These are very helpful whenever it comes to climbing. Overall, excellent job Daner did with this bottom sole. Another thing I wanted to mention here is it is thin. It is very hard rubber. Don't, you know, because it is so flexible, it might seem like it's a soft rubber. And I'm not a big fan of a soft rubber on the bottom, because whenever you have a soft rubber on the outsole, these grooves, these longer grooves, they become very unstable. They become easily bendable. And if you are on a flat surface and, for example, you're stopping really quickly, this a little of bend gives a little bit of that extra overslide on the flat surface, and sometimes it's enough to throw you off balance. You don't want that, and this is not the case here because the bottom sole rubber is so tough. And then we have a softer one, thin layer here. Overall, I think I can give these boots a very solid 9 out of 10 whenever it comes to the bottom sole. It's a very high, you know, the have very high grade, very high points for a bottom sole, especially for a boot like that, because this is not really you know, anything hardcore hiking or anything like that. But I think it's just a fantastic balance of that flatness and aggression whenever it comes to the bottom sole. So let's quickly talk about the next criterion number 5, which is the temperature. Now, because I live in Florida and it was really hot outside, I was testing it in about 96 degrees heat. I can't really say much about the cold weather. I don't know how they would be in the cold weather. There isn't really insulation or anything like that. They're not winter boots. But because it's leather, I think you can get away with some colder temperatures. And because they're waterproof, they will be fine in the snow. Just get yourself a good pair of insulated socks, and I think you can get away with some, you know, with some cold temperatures. But in the Florida heat, I did like them. They were light. They were breathable enough. It wasn't too hot running in them or walking in them or anything. Wearing them for 8 hours, it was completely fine. So again, I think it's a good balance whenever it comes to the temperature. Criteria number 7. Wait, number 6, really quickly, is the sizing. Like I said, they are definitely true to the size. No problems with that at all. Criterion number 7, now, probably one of the more important ones, is overall the balance of application. Assuming this is really your last boot, you have been wearing it, you wore it to work, and something bad happened. And now you need to leave your work, you need to run somewhere, or you drive somewhere, and then your car breaks down, or your gas ends, and now you have to walk and sometimes run through all the different terrains, all of the different surfaces. You have to do all of the different things to survive, maybe fight, maybe climb. Would this be a good boot? Overall, like I've mentioned in the beginning, because of the everyday looks, I think this boot definitely makes it on the list of the top 10, which is honestly, I'm surprised, you know, something hipster looking like, you know, being on the top 10 of the ultimate survival boot. Because, you know, on the top 10 so far, I have boots from Salomon that are professional hiking boots. I have boots from Under Armour. I have the really expensive, really good tactical boots from Under Armour on that list. And then we have these boots from Daner, which are really basic, everyday looking boot. Yes, I think that particular factor, the fact that they do look so basic, so everyday, that you can wear them everywhere, is most likely will be the boot that you will end up with. And that's because of that, and because it offers all of this very nicely balanced outsole. It's very light. Now, usually there are two types of people, you know, people who prefer mobility and people who prefer protection. Obviously, you sacrifice a little bit of protection here. Your toe is not reinforced, your ankle is not reinforced, your heel is a little bit reinforced, but not much. You know, compared to something that would have been much heavier in the weight, but would have had some nice reinforcement on the toes, some nice reinforcement on the ankle. Here, obviously, you sacrifice all that for that lightness. Personally, I prefer lightness over that, you know, protection. But again, it's a personal choice. Honestly, I think as everyday boots, wearing them everywhere, this is definitely the way to go. So I really, really like this boot. So on the balance of application, again, a solid 9 out of 10, very high mark, because usually boots are doing 7 and 8, and that's great. But this, I can definitely give them a 9. I absolutely love these boots. So the very last one, criteria number 8, is something else. Another thing that you're gonna like is the price. The price is actually very, very budget friendly. They're $120 currently on Amazon. Like I said, the link is in the description below. Check it out. There are 5 different colors currently at that link that I have provided in the description. There is this one, which is kind of a brown in the middle, but then there's more orangier, if that's the word, brown, and then there's a darker brown, and then they have kind of 2 black variations. So there are different color choices. If you don't like this color, and if you need something else, you most likely can find the right color for yourself. And then $120, the price is really hard to find something similar to this, something that you can wear every day with that good of a quality, with that good of a balance, and in that price range. So overall, I absolutely love these boots. If you're looking at them, I definitely recommend them. Let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think? If you have experience with these boots, drop it in. If you have any requests for any reviews, also let me know. I put them on a special list that I always go through and see if I can get my hands on those, and if I can, I get them as the priority. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This was Daner Skyridge hiking boots, and you're watching Firearms of America. I'll see you guys in the next video.